Yo, what is up? Today's tryhard we are going to feature the latest tank, which is the Clan Wars REWARD tank, the Carro Combattimento 45, and we are riding with a Jackifer. And why am I showing you his stats? Well, I want you to see for yourself what a good player does. Every move he makes and every gameplay, every play he does, they are all calculated and they are all planned. None of this happened by accident. Now, like I said, this is a Clan Wars REWARD tank. It is an auto-reloading Italian medium tank. Basically, it is like a Progetto 65 replacement. After they replaced the Progetto 65, after they nerfed the Progetto 65, this is the replacement. It works almost exactly like a Progetto 65, the old one anyway. 400 alpha damage, 248 pen on the standard AP shells, but in these tanks nobody runs standard AP shells. They all run the APCR premium shells that does 320 penetration on 400 alpha, 4-shot auto reloading mechanic. Now we are in what's the name of this map again? Is it Steps? Anyway, we are on the K line on the southern side of the map, and if you look at the position we are in, our friend here, he has taken a hull down position. Now a lot of people drive right to the end of this hump here, and you're going to see it happen with this guy in the Bisonte. A lot of people drive right up to the end and poke up right there, and the danger is when you take that position and look to the middle, you're gonna have your turret pointed to the right, and the left side of your turret is going to be open for those guys shooting at you, and you're gonna see that Bisonte take a lot of unnecessary damage in a short while. And there you go, he took a lot of damage there because he's trying to poke up and shoot those guys in the middle, at the same time exposing his left side. And our friend here, Jackifer, he knows this trick, and that's why he did not go all the way up there. So next time you are here, remember, don't go all the way up there if you want to snipe the guys down in the middle. He drove away, got himself unspotted, sneak up this way. Now he's going to take the high ground and try to use his hull down to surprise this guy, which is exactly what he does. He tracks him in the first shot, but he takes 2 shots of damage, even though he was using his hull, he was using his gun depression to hull down there. Obviously he was quite surprised as well. I'm sure this is one of his first few games in this tank, so he is learning as well that the upper hull of his tank does not bounce a lot of shells. In fact, even though when he was hull down, he was taking damage on his hull from both those tanks, the Object 777 and the AMX M449. Now you notice that both of them fired standard AP shells at our friend, and it went through the upper hull very easily. So what we know about the Carro is it has a no hull armor. So if you want to use this gun effectively, you've only got the turret armor. So you've got to use the turret armor to protect your hull. You cannot expose your hull in any way, otherwise you will take damage. Now not a lot of people are going to get this tank because this is a Clan Wars REWARD tank. Only the top 10% maybe get to pick out this tank as one of your reward tanks. Is it going to be a viable reward tank for the purpose of tournaments, Clan Wars, strongholds? The jury is out. We still don't know yet if it is good enough. Definitely good enough for random battles. As you can tell, he's already racked up 3000 damage within the first 4.5 minutes. Now this Buress thought that the Carro was still reloading, but surprise, 800 damage, easily tracked him, easily finished him off there. plus an additional ramming damage. The Carro, it does not have that new mechanic which the Italian heavy tanks have, the auto reloading mechanic. You don't get a reload bonus if you fire within a certain time. Now you look at our friend here, he is paying attention to the T110 E5 next to him, and this is what all good players do. You pay attention to the tanks around you, your teammate. You want to have a look at their condition. You want to know if they can handle themselves, if they can win their if they can micromanage their own battles. You want to be aware of your surroundings. Now he's looking in the middle of the map because he sees where the potential damage is. He's looking at all the health or the condition of all the enemy tanks, and they all look like they have a lot of HP. But first he's going to finish off this guy who sat out in the open. So he's going to take all of his HP, and he's already up to 5,150 damage. He's going to take his time to reload all his shells before he contemplates his next move, and I think it is pretty clear what he's going to do. He's going to drive straight to the buildings right in front of him. It looks like an old mosque, and he's going to take those positions where he can hull down and farm damage from those remaining tanks that are in the middle of the channel. Now he's got to pay attention while he's farming these guys down in the ravine. There are 2 tank destroyers in the enemy base, which is the T110 E3 and the STRV, which is why he's taking the right side of this building. He's gonna take his time and shoot at this guy, and you're gonna see him tell everyone to back off. Why is he telling everyone to back off? Well, he wants to farm the damage for himself, and you can see him trying to micromanage his auto reloading mechanic. If he fires off his entire load, he is going to lose some DPM because the first shell is going to take forever to reload. So what he's actually doing is just firing off one shell, which means he has a shorter reload of something like 6-7 seconds of a reload, and that's exactly what he's going to do so that he keep his DPM up. He is not under any pressure to unload all his 4 shells, so he's taking his time firing 1 shell at a time, and that's what he's doing. He fires 1 shell, backs off, takes his time to reload, and then fire off another shell, reload again. Why? Because he can afford to. None of his teammates are stealing his damage, or quote unquote stealing his damage, so he's taking his time to reload and farm. And he needs to fire at the STRV right now, help out his T110 E5 here, and shoot at the STRV, and he is unloading on the STRV because the STRV is the only guy that can actually hurt him. So he unloaded on him, and now he is waiting for his shells to reload. He'll need about 2 or 3, then he can fire off all 3 shells on the remaining tank that is in the ravine, which is the 705A. He fires 1, he fires 2, and he's got a 3rd shell here to fire in a minute, and there he goes, finishes off that last tank, and just like that, 10,112 damage. He is making this huge damage game look very easy. In fact, it was easy. Why was it easy? He used his positional knowledge to his advantage. He did not try to brawl anybody one-on-one. He did not try to get into a knife fight. He did not try to be hyper aggressive. He used his knowledge on the position. The first position you saw him take, the second position where he crept up and then took 2 shots of damage and then backed off. After he backed off, he flanked around, took the low ground, finished off the object 777, and then after he finished off the 777, went back to his original position and sniped the tanks in the middle. And once the guy on the high ground was eliminated, he went to the mosque and sniped the rest of the enemy teams. It was all positional gameplay. I hope you learned something from our friend here, and hope you took some information that you can use the next time you are in Sand River. I almost forgot the name of this map here. I called it Steps the first time. This is actually Sand River, and here we are, Ace Tanker, High Caliber, Top Gun. Basically a really good game for our friend. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.